Hey there, what have we got on the easel today? This is a recently completed painting, so it might be a bit shiny. It's 1.90 m high centimeters by 1.10 m. And the title's Ascending. And as you can see, the motif, the lily motif is slightly darker, going to a middle tone, and then lighter at the top, but also there's a size increase as well. So I was trying to get this pull up, the idea of the title of the painting. And it looks maybe as if it's been painted in one go, but it hasn't. In fact, I started off by making very detailed drawings of the lilies and painting them accordingly. And up close, maybe you can see the underwork that pins the detail to some extent there, so that although I knew that I didn't want to do that, so that when I came back to working them afterwards, I could use it as an undertone, but also as a reference marker for where I was putting things. And because I knew that I was going to be working in this particular way, and this particular way of working is actually done not abruptly, but in this particular case over about 3 or 4 working days. So the final layer, I mean. And in order to do that, especially in the hot weather now, which is what I think July, August or something, I increased the oil content of this final layer and used particular types of oils so that the paint stays open, meaning workable. And some of the oils that I use are walnut oil and refined linseed oil in the right quantities and ratios and so on, so that the paint remains mobile, but not so much that it's skidding off the surface, obviously, because that would end up with a rather nice blue mess on the floor, or blue feet in this particular case, because I'm wearing sandals. And fascinating details that I give you. The paint is applied initially in a sort of thin wash and like a glaze, just to get the sort of the right tonalities, and I kind of get an idea. I know where I'm heading with this particular color, and this is a sort of predominantly blue-violet mix, which is deliberately transparent, but you can thicken it. And I apply that using really large brushes, actually. So I've got the whole area worked at once. And then I might come back with rags and so on, and other types of brushes to actually remove paint. And then I have to wait and to consider what it is that I'm doing, and then I go back in and rework some of the details. Again, I have to leave that, and it's a question of judgment as to knowing when to then drag the paint, as it were. And I drag the paint. One of the best tools that I've actually found for this, after quite a bit of experimentation, is one of these beautiful things that are made by a German what do you call them, art supplier, and synthetic brushes they don't have quite the same element of delicate control. This is almost like a, I'm guessing a sort of like a brush to apply makeup or something. What do you call those things? A sort of blender of some sort. And and this is made of badger hair. And although maybe it looks quite coarse, I mean, it needs cleaning, as do all of those things down there, because I've got a lot of tidying up to do as usual. And so this will be even softer once I've cleaned it. They allow me to just delicately push the surface of the paint, but with an element of control. So this impressionistic effect is achieved, I suppose, which from a distance may not maybe look particularly detailed, but close up again, there are areas where you can see the underlying detail and so on. And so these are what I was doing here is also using one single lily as a motif. They are actually all the same, and then but because I knew I was going to paint it like this, the variation comes in with the actual paint, as opposed to having a just repeat pattern of the same thing. And so they're like sort of echoes of each other, if you like. Again, I'm reminded of, if it's not too whimsical, stars or birds. And so I've been looking at this, something that is, in fact, ephemeral, and fixing it into something hopefully more permanent. Anyway, there we go. I hope you get to see the painting in the flesh, and look forward to hearing your opinions about it if you do. And well, there you go. Have a great day. Bye.